Okay, so today is Monday, and I'm really excited about what we're talking about this week because it is going to be all about diet and water. And when I say diet, I don't mean some fad or we only eat salad. The word diet actually means what we're putting in our body, right? So this week we are going to be talking about just in general, what is important about why we eat, what we're eating, how does it affect our body, how does water affect our body, how much water should I be drinking, if I am not drinking enough water and eating the right food, what does that do, what's the negative impact, and on the flip side, how does it help me if I am drinking enough water and if I am eating the right foods. So that's kind of what we're going to be talking about this whole week. Today we are going to be talking about what the function of food actually does in our body. Like, how does eating healthy affect how my body works? Okay, so that's kind of the question of today. I'm really excited to see your guys' flip grade responses. I don't think that we talk about this enough. I think that we hear that we shouldn't be eating, maybe you shouldn't be eating too many fats, or you shouldn't be eating too many carbs, or maybe people say all the time that you shouldn't be going to fast food restaurants, or maybe you should be going to fast food restaurants, and we hear all these different things. And I think I know for myself, it was so hard to understand what was true and how to eat healthy. And it wasn't until really I started coaching you guys that I took the time to think about it and figure it out. And I know for myself, it has made all the difference. And so I'm really excited to talk to you guys about it this week. So one of the most important things to think about and to know is that the food that you're putting into your body is telling your body what you want it to do. It's kind of like an instruction manual for your body, right? If I'm putting a lot of negative things into my body, well, the natural consequence is that my body is not gonna feel too good. And when I try to get it to do things like physical activity or focus or sleep, we did not prepare our body and give it the right fuel. So our body is like, you were telling me we're doing something else, but now we're doing this and I'm not ready for that. And a lot of times you guys would know, we feel sluggish, we don't get good sleep, we can't focus, our exercise isn't very good. And so really the main point of what we're putting in our body is to fuel it and prepare it for what we want it to do throughout that day. Okay, now the cool thing about this and the cool thing about realizing this is that instead of focusing on, well, what's good foods for me and what's bad foods and what should I be putting in and what shouldn't I and what's gonna make me maybe gain a little bit of extra weight or what's gonna make me not have enough weight on my body, instead of focusing on all of those things, and if you are older or if you have parents who focus on that, then you know that struggle and that stress that sometimes comes with that. Instead of focusing our brain on those things, we can focus on figuring out what foods we need to include into our diet in order to allow our body to function at the best capabilities, right? Now you've heard adults in your life say you need to eat fruit and you need to eat vegetables and you need to have protein and all this different stuff. So the rest of this week, we are going to be talking about why those things are important. And if our brain, and we're focusing on our brain on putting foods in our body that make our body function well, then the rest of this week we're going to be talking about what fruits, vegetables, protein or meat, carbs, what all of those things actually do to help our body function well. Okay, so instead of focusing on what's good and what's bad, we're just going to talk about the ways that fruits and vegetables and meats and dairy will actually make our body function the way it's supposed to, give our body the energy that it needs, help it calm down when we're trying to go to sleep, right? Grow big and strong. That's what our focus is. And so the rest of this week, we are going to be talking about that in our other videos. But today was pretty easy as far as answering this question of how does food make a difference in how my body functions? Okay, so you can go back. I know I kind of hid it in there. I didn't necessarily say it, this is the answer. I said it a few times though, the answer a few times. So if you go back, you don't really know what the answer is, go ahead and watch through this video again, and then click the link below and answer on the Flipgrid. And I will see you guys tomorrow.